and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to Turn 16. Hopefully, you're all right. Number one, hopefully that's a little better. Go to the inside, down to the outside. They're rocking in the middle of the bottom side, get him on the top side. They're balanced on the plane slowly. Testing. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello? Alright, inflate number one.
Uh-oh, well I didn't want to do this because this is going to be all sorts of way loud and it's probably going to sound like a busted 855. Any better on that one? Let's try this one. Let's quickly show heat number one results very quickly. As Daniel Mills, Cody Nevin, Dylan Wilson, BJ Duval, Travis Wellman, your top five. Norco, Latchford, Sheehan, Schrecken, Gost, and Turner. Heat number two, getting ready to roll off. Hauser and Tomasi in row one. Fields Fuller row two. McKenzie, Taylor, Nelson, Yakolski, and Johnson. Heat two, Dylan Hauser leads us down the front straightaway. Tomasi looks to go for the slider into turnable 1 and 2. Jacob Fields running in third. Then you go back to Josh Fuller in the 12 machine. Hauser putting the House of Speed number 2 on the top step. Here in heat number 2, Fields climbing up all over the back of Tanner Tomasi. Taylor making a move there on Devon Nelson for the 6th and 7th position. Fields again working to the cushion through 3 and 4. Tomasi looks to close in on your race leader. 3 down, 5 to run. Heat race number 2 here at I-55 Speedway, Peabody, Missouri. Plays host to the Bluegrass iRacing Series Pro Late Models. Hauser continuing to lead the way from Tomasi. Fields your top 3. Fuller McKenzie your top 5. Then you go back to Braden Taylor in 6th. Devon Nelson 7th. Joseph Johnson, Raven Yakulski in 9th position. Not a whole lot happening right now in heat race number 2 as Dylan Hauser showing the way in that House of Speed number 2 machine. 1.5 to go for your race leader. Hauser continues to lead the way. White flag is out, final time. Getting a little tight there, nearly caught the wall. To the middle he goes. He'll find a line out of turn number 4. Checkers are up, but Dylan Hauser, he gets the win. Second will go to Tanner Tomasi. Third will be Jacob Fields. Josh Fuller home in 4th. 5th will be Brady McKenzie. Braden Taylor, as we take a look at heat number 2 results coming up on your screen. There it is, Dylan Hauser, Tanner Tomasi, Jacob Fields, Josh Fuller, Brady McKenzie at top 5, Braden Taylor, Devon Nelson, Joseph Johnson, and Raven Yakulski to make up your 9 cars in heat number 2. Heat number 3 will make their way onto the racetrack, and starting on pole position will be the number 109 machine. It is James Braswell Jr. And there he is. There's a live look in at James Braswell on the left-hand side of your screen. Robbie Everhart roll off at a position number 2. Scott Fritz, who we also have a driver there starting from position number 3. Austin Hines will start from position number 4. John Ruggiero Jr. will start from position number 5. Terry Berry, as we like to call him, but it's Tyler Berry in the 500 from position number 6. Chase William in 7th. Carl Shackle in 8th. And John O'Brien, the 3rd driver we have on camera in this 9-car field. And we've got 5 drivers that have been kind enough to join us and allowing and showcasing here for the Bluegrass iRacing Series again. There's James Braswell, your pole sitter. So we've got 1, 3, and 9 starting positions for the drivers we have on the cameras. Live looking on the right-hand side, what you see on the screen. The live looking on the left of the screen is the driver. James Braswell will lead us down the front straight away. As Scott Fritz working back down into 2nd position. He'll now go to the inside, look for the race lead. Braswell versus Fritz. Who's going to have it out of turn number 4? It's going to be James Braswell just by a nose at the start-finish line. And my, oh my, it's getting tight. 2 by 2. Regime to the inside and Everhart back to the outside. 2 by 2 for the top 4 positions. Then you go back to Tyler Berry in position number 5, but Scott Fritz, James Braswell Jr. really fighting it out here for the number 1 and 2 positions. Fritz to the inside. Braswell gets into the wall, and he will lose the race lead. Fritz now to the number 1 position. Braswell trying to come back after him right now. Everhart all over the back of James Braswell. Ruggiero goes to the top side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Braswell closing in on your race leader again. Again, cross flag sticks around 4 down and 4 to run here in heat race number 3. Braswell to the inside. Slide to attempt. No, he's going to pull it up. He'll leave the lane upstairs for Scott Fritz to give it back around the outside. Robbie Everhart still working the outside of the racetrack as John Ruggiero tried to go through the middle of the speedway. 2 remaining here at I-55 in Peabody, Missouri, the Bluegrass iRacing Series. Fritz, can he hold on to a heat race victory after starting position number 3? Braswell's got one more opportunity. You might as well call him out because here he comes, looks to the outside. Here will he go for the French onion dip? Will he go back to the inside? He'll try it. Scott Fritz looks like he's going to hang on to a win in heat race number 3. Fitz will be super happy about that one. And in fact, let's Let's try and get these guys in for a quick chat here in just a moment, but we're going to bring up your results for heat race number 3, and that was the third and final heat race of the night before we move in to the 2 last chance qualifiers. As there it is, Scott Fritz, James Braswell Jr., Robbie Earhart, your top 3, John Ruggiero will start outside front row of the B main. So top 3 moving on to the main event. Everybody else will go through to the last chance qualifiers. Of course, Austin Hines, Tyler Berry, Chase Williams, John O'Brien, and Carl Shackle. As we get set for this one, let's see if this one works. 12 laps, top 7 is what is going to go through, and let's take a look. Here it is, BJ Duval. And in fact, here's another one of the drivers that we have on screen. BJ Duval from position number 1. Position number 2, John Ruggiero Jr. Position number 3, Brady McKenzie. Position number 4, Talon Norco. Tyler Berry from position number 5. Devin Nelson from position number 6. Now, we got this man's name wrong last week. I did reach out. He's kind enough to join us on camera. Jaden Sheehan lines up at a position number 7. John O'Brien from position number 8. And Raven Yakulski from position number 9. So the top 7 will move to the back of the A main. So 2 of these drivers, unfortunately, are going to be sent packing after this one. Ready for B main. Number 1, known as the C main. 12 on the board, the B32 of BJ Duval. Oh, look out, some problems for Jaden Sheehan. We're going to stay green. No, there we go, we are yellow. Yellow for the first time this evening in the Bluegrass iRacing series. So let's see if we can take a nice little Captain Cook, a nice little look at what happened to Jaden Sheehan. Just keep an eye on the 5 machine. In fact, we need to take a look at a live picture here. So there we go. Not a happy start to the B main. I'm trying to think, how do I go back live? There's the live button. So it's been a while. Again, a big thank you, of course, to Jeweler Scene Speed Shop, Bluegrass iRacing Series, and O'Brien Industries for the continued support with the Bluegrass iRacing Series. We go back to green one more time in tonight's B main number 1. 1 down, there'll be 11 remaining. Oh, slight job by Brady McKenzie on BJ Duval. Here comes Ruggiero to the outside, looking for the race lead into turns 3 and 4. McKenzie will lead that second lap. Here comes Ruggiero. Duval running in third. Talon Norco. Tyler Berry. They're all over the B32 machine. We get a good look at how BJ Duval is faring right now in that B32. He's in 3rd position. He's right in the middle of a hornet's nest. He's got the leaders. He's got McKenzie and Ruggiero battling for the race lead. 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. We run. Oh boy, this is getting really dicey at the moment. And Duval, he's really got his work cut out for him at this stage. Meanwhile, McKenzie and Ruggiero really putting on a show up front. 6 down and 6 to run. McKenzie in the blue number 21 machine. Ruggiero in the famous white and black D1RT ML Performance number 44 machine. Laps winding down here in tonight's B main. This is the first of 2 B mains on the program. Berry gets by Duval. Nelson now looking to the inside. Berry in the 500 machine. You see him coming after your race leader. And second place driver, Mackenzie and Ruggiero still holding on to the 1 and 2 positions. Nelson in the 6 machine has made his way to position number 4. He started 6th, so Tyler Berry, Devin Nelson and Brady McKenzie, those 3 drivers up 2 positions, and we are yellow. One more time we go yellow, and it's the O'Brien Industries number 44 machine. I think it's a 44 machine. That's a number 1 machine. There is a look at John O'Brien on the left of your screen. That's a live look at the camera, what you're seeing. But on the right is the replay, and just loops the car around. And that will bring us under caution in B main for the 2nd time. And again, a big thanks to, of course, John O'Brien, who, as you can see, in the 1 machine. Again, we've been kind enough to be joined by 5 drivers here with cameras and letting us showcase these drivers. Oh, it's a bit of a how you going moment, but we go back racing in the B main, and we're going to go back to yellow very quickly. So I think race control not happy with that start, and we'll call it a complete, not a complete restart, but I'll ask for that restart to be restarted. Oh boy, man, there is a lot of things to do. I mean, you take away 7 months and you forget the little, you forget to do the little things. It's a bit how you going. Milkshake. As you guys would call it, a caramel. It's not a caramel, it's a caramel. So, watching your race leader there, Brady McKenzie lights the routes. Ready to go racing one more time. You see the race, the Elite Performance Industries, the race, EPI.com, number 21 machine of Brady McKenzie. Oh, Ruggiero under the concrete wall, buddy, it does not move. Even I've taken 7 months off, and I know that the concrete wall still doesn't move. Tyler Berry's moved into position number 2. White flag is out. We're going to race it to the start-finish line. One more time in B main number 1. And that's Brady McKenzie working his way down the back straight away. Oh, look out, it's Talon Norco who's going to get spun around. But Brady McKenzie will win your B main, your first B main. Raven Yakulski is out. Talon Norco not going to finish in 8th, which means our 7 drivers that will go through will be Brady McKenzie. Now, these results, of course, unofficial until they're official with drivers' names up on screen. Brady McKenzie, Tyler Berry, and John Ruggiero go 1, 2, and 3. Devin Nelson home in 4th. BJ Duval 5th. Jaden Sheehan in 6th. John O'Brien home in 7th, along with Talon Norco in 8th, and Raven Yakulski. Norco and Yakulski will not make tonight's main event. B main number 2 will line up like this on the pole. Driving the Rocket Esports number 12 machine, it is Josh Fuller. To the outside, it's the O2 of Travis Wellman. Austin Hines will roll off out of position number 3. Braden Taylor in the ET Motorsports number 7 from position number 4. Brandon Latchaw will start from position number 5. Chase Williams will start from position number 6. Joseph Johnson lines up out of position number 7. Kyle Schreckengost out of position number 8. Carl Shackle out of position number 9. And Austin Turner will make up the 10 cars in B main number 2. I feel like we need a spotter. I feel like we need a camera pack for this one. BJ, I know you're around. Alright. We're on the we're on trying to get some new cameras. BJ, I just sent you a message. Can you have a look at Discord, please? Green flag is out. B main number 2. The final 7 positions up for grabs, and 10 of the drivers take the green flag. It's going to be Josh Fuller leading the way from Travis Wellman, Austin Hines in third, Braden Taylor fourth, Brendan Latshaw runs out your top five. Hines in the 32 machine. It's the white and red machine. Looks to the inside on Travis Wellman. Meanwhile, battle for fourth and fifth position. It's Latshaw v Taylor. Latshaw in the 33 on the inside. Taylor in the 7. That's the blue machine to the outside. Meanwhile, challenge for the race lead. Here comes Travis Wellman to the inside on Josh Fuller. Wellman's digging it deep down on the bottom side of the racetrack into 3 and 4. Lap number 4 is about to be complete, and it's going to be Josh Fuller. Travis Wellman then just looked like he checked up just a little bit out of turn number 4, losing all sorts of momentums for the moment. Fuller continues to lead the main number 2 from Wellman. Hines running in the 32 and the 32 machine back there in third position. Then you go back to Latshaw and Taylor, your top 5. Chase Williams in 6. Carl Shackle in position number 7, and that's the final transfer position you see on screen. He's got it at the moment. The 88 of Joseph Johnson trying to power the 88 to the top side and trying to power his way into an A main later on this evening. We've still got a warm up to run. Kyle Schreckengost and Austin Turner, those two drivers. Well, I would almost say that their nights are all but done. Challenge for the race lead once again. 4 to go for Josh Fuller. Travis Wellman continues to work back to the inside. Fuller in the Rocket Esports number 12 machine, still with 3 to go. Still got his work cut out for him. Here at I-55 Speedway, Peebly, Missouri. Thank you, BJ. I'll get to that in a second. It is still Josh Fuller, Travis Wellman, Austin Hines, 1, 2, and 3. Great battle going on for 4th and 5th for most of this race. Taylor to the inside, white flag is out. Final time at I-55 for Josh Fuller. The final 2 left-hand turns through 3 out of turn number 4, and the checkers are out. And there is Josh Fuller getting it done in B main number 2. Let's take a look at those official results. We do have a 5-minute warm-up session. I don't think we're going to need the entire 5 minutes, but hopefully it'll give me enough time to... Oh, I'm glad it went over there. I'm all sorts of happy about that one. So Fuller, Wellman, Hines, Taylor and Latshaw, your top 5. Williams and Shackle, 6 and 7. And those 7 drivers will officially make it to the A main. Johnson, Schreckengost, and Austin Turner. Unfortunately for those drivers, well, they will take no further part in tonight's racing. We'll take a quick break. I'm going to load up some camera packs, and we will be back with tonight's A main on the not too distant future. I was going to say on the other side of this ad break, but it's only a 15-second ad break. And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the Bluegrass iRacing Series. It's the Pro Late Models brought to you by Majula C Speed Shop and O'Brien Industries. We thank those companies for their continued support here with the Bluegrass iRacing Pro Late Model Series. Of course, Bluegrass iRacing Series run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights from trucks, Cup cars, and Xfinity cars. And on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can catch Steve McMillan, BJ Duval running the streams for that one. And of course, Steve normally covers the Thursday Night Pro late models because Steve, with BJ Racing and Steve wanting to go to the real racetrack tonight with his father, we decided that we would certainly help Steve out because, well, over the last 7.5 months, nearly 8 months, Steve has been the rock here at Ultimate TV. So again, next time you see Steve on a broadcast, please show him some support and some love and just show his appreciation and dedication to keeping Ultimate Dirt TV going for this long. I am ready to go whenever the guys are done. So we're just going to, tell you what, we are just going to interview a driver while we've got it. Now if I can, no, well we're not going to interview him, but I tell you what we are going to do. We're going to go into the grid. So it looks like we are going to go from back to front this time, and it is going to be, if I can find the right one. Ah, there we go. That's the one we're going to use. So starting from the back from position number 23, it's Carl Shackle. Position number 22, it's John O'Brien. Position number 21, Chase Williams. Position number 20, Jaden Sheehan. Position number 19, Brandon Latchell. Position number 18, BJ Duval. Position number 17, Braden Taylor. Position number 16, Devin Nelson. Position number 15, Austin Hines. Position number 14, John Ruggiero Jr. Position number 13, it is Travis Wellman. Position number 12, Tyler Berry. Position number 11, it is Josh Fuller. Position number 10, Brady McKenzie. Position number 9, Robbie Everhart. Position number 8, Jacob Fields. Position number 7, Dylan Wilson. Position number 6, James Braswell Jr. Position number 5, Tanner Tomasi. Position number 4, Cody Nevin. Position number 3, Scott Fritz. And your front row, position number 2, Dylan Hauser. And your pole sitter for tonight's main event, driving the 211, Daniel Mills. Ready for a start in tonight's main event. We get set to go racing here at I-55 Speedway. It's the Bluegrass Racing Series Pro Late Models. 50 laps are on the board. And we are green. Mills, of course, will lead the opening lap. Tomasi and Wilson. Wilson gets in the back of Tomasi. They save it. Fritz in the 48 machine work to the inside of the racetrack. Braswell trying to go towards the top side of the speedway. Nevin back to the outside on Scott Fritz. Fritz works through the middle of the racetrack. They were 3 wide for a moment. Lap number 2 is in the books. We're still 3 wide for positions 4, 5 and 6. Now it's 2 wide. Nevin and Fritz wheel to wheel, door to door. Meanwhile, Dylan Hauser closing in on your race leader. Hauser works back to the bottom side of the racetrack. Daniel Mills. These drivers were pretty good last week. Unfortunately for Hauser, he ended up upside down in turns number 1 at Volusia. Hauser goes to the cushion. Mills through the middle of the racetrack. There is action aplenty here at I-55. 5 down, 45 to go. Dylan Wilson trying to sneak inside of a top 5. You see Scott Fritz, who we're about to show on screen right now. There he is. Left-hand side is the driver as you see him working the wheel. Inside goes Dylan Wilson. Fritz now slips out of the top 5. We'll take a look back at James Braswell, who is just sitting behind them in position number 7. There he is working to the cushion, working to the concrete wall. we go back just a little further. And we take a look at another one of the drivers that join us. BJ Duvall working the inside. Had to come from the B main. Now we go back up to second and third position. Here comes Tanner Tomasi. Closing in on Daniel Mills as Dylan Hauser is your race leader. Tomasi, we're 10 down and 40 to run. It's been some great racing so far here in Peabody, Missouri, I-55 Speedway. Roy Lakewell is really taking to a shine of this racetrack, and speaking of taking to a shine, look at how slick the racetrack is from top to bottom right now. I feel like it's a little dark. Is it dark on mine, or is it just dark from what you guys are seeing? Or is it just dark on my end? It certainly looks a little dark. We go back and look at Cody Nevin in car number 11 for NLRA Mid-South Mafia. The T-Berry Motorsports Masturbators number 11 machine. Here he goes inside. One car about to go a lap down. That's the one machine of John O'Brien. Just trying to hold his line for the moment. Fritz nearly gets into the back of him. Here comes Wilson Braswell. Still a three-car battle for positions 5, 6, and 7. Wilson through the middle of the racetrack. He will take position number 5 at the start-finish line. Now Wilson, he's got to try and get underneath O'Brien. O'Brien's got a big part to play here, and he does a fantastic job. All those lead cars done very well to go inside, outside, and just split the difference of the one machine. Fritz to the inside, Braswell back around the outside. James Braswell up to position number 6, and here comes Jacob Fields in the 007 machine. Fields is trying to work. He's trying to build the momentum up and keep it up on the top side of the racetrack. 17 about to be 18 down. 32 remaining. Hauser, Tomasi, Mills at 1, 2, and 3. Nevin in 4th. 5th is Dylan Wilson. James Braswell. There's the 33 of Brendan Latshaw getting put a lap down. Along with Chase Williams, Braswell has to go to the inside now. Splits the lap cars through the middle. 3 wide with Braswell and 2 lap cars. Fields, meanwhile, around the outside of Scott Fritz now in the 48 machine. Fritz just falling back to position number 8. Oh my, he's getting real busy with lap cars, and Jacob Fields. I'm going to say Latshaw and Williams, they are still, not only they're fighting for position between themselves, but they've got lap cars in the way. They've got the lead cars trying to get by him. Here comes the 21 of Brady McKenzie now, trying to work past the 2 lap cars. There's Daniel Mills on screen, working around the outside of Carl Shackle. Shackle sticks to the bottom side. Tomasi clear at the moment. He is 6.5 tenths, maybe 7 tenths at the moment, between 6 and 7 tenths of a second off Dylan Hauser. We close in on your half race distance for the moment. It is a 50-lap journey. We are now 1 lap away from half race distance. The cross flag sticks about to come out. Hauser putting the 7 of Braden Taylor a lap down. Cross flag sticks are officially out. Dylan Hauser 25 down, 25 to go. Tomasi now getting by the 7 of Taylor. Mills was on screen. There's Cody Nevin. Here comes Dylan Wilson. Dylan Wilson, Cody Nevin. Nevin gets stuck into the concrete wall. He should know that concrete wall doesn't move. Now Wilson trying to make a power move to the inside. He sticks to the middle of the racetrack. Good battle on for 4 and 5 position at the moment. Braswell, you just see starting to come into screen right now. Braswell. What can Braswell do right now? Here he is. Let's take a look at a close-up of James Braswell. There he is. Right-hand side of your screen is the car on the racetrack. The left-hand side is the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend of James Braswell. Trying to make his way into the top 5. Taylor in the 7 machine. It is getting dicey right now as we close in on 20 to go. Who will get the job done here tonight? Will Dylan Hauser continue to lead the way? Who's going to take out the final podium positions at this stage? all barring some dramas with some lap cars. It looks like it might be Daniel Mills and Tanner Tomasi, although Mills has got 2 lap cars in front of him right now. That happens to be O'Brien. That's John O'Brien sticking to the bottom side once again, and then the 5 machine of Jaden Sheehan. Sheehan again, well, he'll stick to the top side of the racetrack. Behind them, you see, here he comes, the 80 machine of Dylan Wilson. He sort of forced his way up there on Cody Nevin. Nevin somewhat had to back out of it and take evasive action. Didn't want to make contact. He wants to get a good finish here in the Pro Late Models. Now here comes James Braswell Jr. to the inside, and we are yellow. Oh, who is that? I don't think it's our lead cars. It might be Travis Wellman. Let's take a look. Travis Wellman in the 2. What happened? He was 3 wide for a split second and just nowhere to go, and upside down goes the 2. Tanner Tomasi got a piece at that one. Whoo, boy, Devin Nelson done well to, and Jacob Fields done very well to not get a piece of that action. Oh my. It is starting to shape up here in Peevely, Missouri, I-55 Speedway. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Let's go Bluegrass, because I believe I want to have a look at when they are. I want to have a look at their schedule. I know they've got their schedule on here on Facebook. Again, don't forget to check out Bluegrass iRacing Series. So next week they go to Cedar Lake Speedway, followed by Lanier. And then of course we've got Weed Sport, Eldora, Lucas Oil and Charlotte. So this is what is round number 2, and again 4. Make that 5 of the 8 weeks are of course towards the national tour with the World of Thunder Esports League. It's roughly, I think it's about $500 to win. Again, I want to say on that one, hello Justin. Nice to see you back, brother. And I believe it's $500 to win the National Tour Championship, and of course $250 to win. Again, it's around $250, I believe. I'd have to get confirmation. I don't have the exact figures in front of me, but around $250 for each the World of Thunder and the Bluegrass each. So there's a potential chance at winning at least potentially anywhere up to $1,000. We go back green. So 14 to go, make it 13. Dylan Howser, your race leader. So I was just trying to keep track of some of the comments on the Bluegrass iRacing Series Facebook page, and it is real busy right now. Wilson, he needed the yellow just to bunch the field back up. We'll see what he's got for your top 3 or even the second and third place run, because your race leader has really checked out. Meanwhile, Scott Fritz in a very, very heated battle with Brady McKenzie. McKenzie gets on by in the 21. Fritz in the 48. Slips back to position number 9. Here comes Wilson back to the inside on Tomasi in the turn number 3 and 4. 11 to go as we went past the start-finish line for your race leader for Dylan Howser. Now make it 10 to go. Yes, it's been a while, Justin Tom. Buddy, doing good, buddy. Doing good. Daniel Mills still sitting in second position. It's still Dylan Howser, your race leader. Now we are in single digits remaining. Nevin, not clear Nevin. Never clear Nevin, running in 5th position. Here comes James Braswell, and again we take a look on board with James Braswell right now. Just see him soaring at the wheel as we go yellow. There we go, that's what it's like. Yeah, again, that just looks very dark to me. It just looks very, very dark. Bobby Hall, just looking at your comment, I will try to get a new overlay done to where it can be moved to the top of the screen. But again, as Jason already mentioned, yes, the ticker on the dirt is different. Sometimes the ticker on the NASCAR side of things tends to play up, but I have had some last minute technical issues as to why I couldn't get the NASCAR or my overlays to work, so I've had to resort to a plan B just to get everything sorted. But again, I do plan on hopefully we get to have it sorted. Again, I don't want to say it's going to be fixed for next week, but again, all just depending on time permitting and some other stuff. Yeah, Bobby, look, I really like the addition of the drivers, you know, jumping on camera. And again, the beauty of it is they can do it from the beauty of their cell phone. It doesn't have to be a webcam. It can be a webcam if they want, but it can be from their cell phone. Something that was brought to my attention probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, when they asked me what I thought, and I said, let's go for it. I have faith in what the guys were doing while I was sort of taking an absence. And yeah, get it all set up, and it's she's all looking good to go. And we are already back underway with 7 laps to go. Tomasi, you see, trying to fend off a challenge from Dylan Wilson, but Dylan Wilson now trying to fend off a challenge from Cody Nevin. Hauser and Daniel Mills go 1 and 2, and they go right through the middle of the racetrack. Here comes Nevin back to the inside, and Wilson, can he take away the 4th position on the racetrack? No, he can't. Dylan Wilson still holds on to position number 4. Braswell trying to close in on the top 5 finishing position, trying to get by Cody Nevin. Couple of teammates at it at the moment. Jacob Fields into the concrete wall. Biggest mover through the field so far. BJ Duval. No, it's Carl Shackle. From 23rd to 17th. BJ Duval +5. Austin Hines +5 as well. And we are now 3 laps to go. Wilson on to Marcy. He stuck up on the inside. Wilson through the middle right now. Tomasi still coming into the concrete wall. Just the popsicle sticks will be out for Dylan Hauser. Could it be a sign? The 2 with 2 to go. I don't think it's a sign. He's been so dominant all night here at I-55. We will see the white flag coming out this time for Dylan Hauser. We will now officially race it to the end. Whatever happens from here on out, well, whatever happens, happens, unfortunately. But through turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your main event winner tonight, driving the House of Speed, car number 2 here at I-55 in the Bluegrass iRacing Series is Dylan Hauser. Second will go to Daniel Mills. Third will be Tanner Tomasi. 4th, Dylan Wilson, and Cody Nevin unofficially rounds out your top 5 as we wait for confirmation on your full finishing rundown. And let's take a look. Confirmation coming up on screen. Dylan Hauser gets the win from Daniel Mills in 2nd. Tanner Tomasi 3rd. Dylan Wilson 4th. Cody Nevin rounds out your top 5. Home in 6th is James Braswell Jr. Jacob Fields home in 7th. Brady McKenzie 8th. Scott Fritz 9th. John Ruggiero in 10th. Austin Hines in position number 11. Josh Fuller home in position number 12. 13th there's going to be BJ Duval. 14th will be Tyler Berry. Robbie Everhart in 15th. Travis Wellman 16th. Carl Shackle a lap down. The first car a lap down in 17th. Devin Nelson 18th. Jaden Sheehan in 19th. Braden Taylor in 20th. Chase Williams in 21st. Brendan Latshaw 22nd. And John O'Brien in position number 23. As we take a look, just getting confirmation on having a look. It looks like it's going to be Carl Shackle +6. Carl Shackle started 23rd. He went +6 to 17th. BJ Duval went 18th to 13th. Nearly got hard charger 2 weeks in a row, but it will be Carl Shackle who gets the job done here as we are going to... Whoop, okay, so let's go there. And we are going to talk to our drivers. But we'll talk to the man that comes home victorious here tonight, driving the number 2 machine, it is Dylan Hauser. Dylan, congratulations on going back to victory lane. Of course, last week, not the week that you would have liked, but tonight you come here to I-55 and, well, put it bluntly, you dominated.
Yeah, I think last week would have been the same too. I don't, It's real frustrating last week, man, because I feel like we had one of the best cars out there, and some people were just so aggressive blocking early on in the race that it didn't make sense. But some people are racing for points, and they'll do anything to try to wreck me. So we took it on the chin. We knew there was a drop week. I knew I messed up a qual last week to put myself in that position. So I blamed a little bit on myself. Don't put yourself back there, those kind of guys, and that kind of stuff won't happen. Tonight, we qualified second, won our heat race, started out front in the feature, and just never looked back. The car was really good. I could roll top, middle, bottom. It was just a really good car. Got to thank all my guys.
30 odd laps under green flag. Of course, just a couple of yellows towards the back end of that feature. You got to lap traffic. What was it like trying to maneuver through the lap cars that are not as experienced as what you are on the dirt side of things?
Yeah, it was tough. Some of them walled it in front of me, and some of them didn't. But I've been doing this stuff forever, so I kind of, when I roll up on them, I kind of predict the worst thing to go wrong. That way, I'm ready. So we just tried to get through as fast as we could, really. Try to keep it. I wasn't even running my stuff really all that hard. I was trying to keep the spoiler on it, so I was just trying to keep the spoiler on it, get through them to keep the gap between me and second about relatively the same, and then just keep doing what we're doing, putting clean laps down. I was moving around quite a bit. I'd run the top for 2 or 3 laps and roll back down to the middle, just to try to keep the car underneath me and not tear it up.
No, but it'll look well done on a dominating performance here at I-55. No doubt you've got a list of sponsors and some people you want to thank before we let you go.
Yeah, just everybody House of Speed iRacing setups. You can buy that same setup right off the website. I feel like we sell some of the most legit stuff out there. If you watch the Pro Series, Kendall Tucker, Logan Rumsey, they're all the same setups on the website. They'll tell you that. It's no secret. We sell the real stuff. I don't know what else to say. Then I got to thank all my great sponsors. LTX Homes, Gears Unlimited, 3D Racing, Hans Performance, Sweaty Tuner Racing, Ace Graphics, Ammo Cabinets, 30 South Speed Shop, Cocky Floyd Consulting, Chris Pearson Racing. Then, like I said, House of Speed iRacing setups. Use code Hurricanean for 15% off, and just keep everybody at the bottom of Florida in your prayers. It's pretty bad.
No, but it'll stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you back next week.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Good to see you back. It's been a little while. Good to see you.
Yeah, 7 months, Dylan.
Yep, good to see you. I've grown a lot, Brett. You've missed out on my whole childhood.
I know, I've seen your childhood. I haven't seen your adulthood yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I might see it soon enough. But hey, good job tonight, Dylan.
We're not going to talk about the childhood. It was rough.
There we go. It's always a good fun with Dylan Hauser in the booth. So there we go. Your winner here from the I-55 speed. We'll chat to the man that comes home in second place tonight. It's the 211 machine of Daniel Mills. And Daniel, well, you started on pole. You led a handful of laps at the start. Unfortunately, you come home second, but still, for you, another good result in the pro late models.
Yeah, man. I knew Dylan was going to run that top side. It's treacherous up there, and for 50 laps, I just kind of committed at the beginning. I was just going to run middle as locked down as the track was, and if he was able to make something work up there, just kind of ride and buy my time and just kind of see how the race went. We got some good luck in the heat race. Some hard racing in front of me. Was able to plug bottom, get a good pole starting position, and come home with a good win here.
And how much time and practice do you put into each week, prior to these types of races, knowing that, that there's a lot on the line when it comes to not only, the individual performance, but of course, you're trying to win the championship, doing well for your team and, making all those sponsors proud.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's a sim racing, practice is everything. So this is a track I'm very familiar with. We've run a bunch of money runs here. The setup we use is the same setup that we sell in our folders, and so I went out and cut probably 1,000 laps today before the race started on a slick track. So when it got slick, it was no surprise to me. And so that the preparation really does go a long way.
A lot of laps like that, as you said, preparing on a slick surface. What did you learn sort of from that practice that you sort of you're able to use here in this feature event?
Yeah, just trying to keep the car as straight as possible. Throttle control, of course. These aren't as bad as the Supras are, with the pro late models, but you know, you just try to keep it as straight as you can. You know, the lap cars tonight was racing us hard, and so we were having to move around more than normal. You know, I try to give as much respect as I can when I'm, you know, getting lapped when something don't go my way in the night. But they raced us hard. You know, Tanner got into that one lap car and got in a wreck. That was unfortunate. We were running good there. But yeah, you know, you try to prepare the best you can, and just hope everything kind of swings your way.
No, but look, well done on a second place finish here tonight at 9:55. Again, no doubt you got a lot of sponsors and some people you need to thank before we let you go.
Yeah, man, I'd like to thank Cocky Floyd Designs for my wrap, new wrap I just got on there. Dylan at House of Speed for the setup. Of course, you know, you're following the master there. He's the best in the business. And X Racing Fuel, A1 Cabinets. Man, my wife for letting me race at night. So yeah, man, that's everybody.
You wouldn't be the only person to thank their wife for letting them race at night. Good job on tonight, and we'll see you back next week.
Yeah, man, thank y'all.
There we go. Daniel Mills there, home in position number 2. Home in third place tonight is going to be the driver of the 09 machine. It is Tanner Tomasi. And Tanner, you come over the
Yes,
third
sir.
place finish. You started 5th. How was that one?
Well, I got a few things to say about how it was, but you know, I'll keep it professional. It's definitely a bummer. You know, running top times and get taken out by a lap car on their lid. But you know, it's not like it was his fault. He was on his lid just sliding across the track. But it was definitely couldn't ask for a better 15 laps. You know, I drove that car about as hard as anybody could, and was able to keep it in the top 3 with a quarter of a nose hanging on. So we'll take it.
And once you had that damage, of course, there was only 7, 10 laps to go, somewhere around there. Yeah, how much of it were you just trying to sort of hang on, and we sort of watching Dylan in the mirror just to see where he was running, or do you have a feeling where he was going to go?
I know Dylan likes to kind of stick around the middle, so I knew if I could just hit 1 and 2 and get that run and kind of keep him to where he can't bring his momentum into 3 and 4, I'd be able to, you know, come out of the corner all right and hopefully be able to be in front of him at the line, which is exactly how it went. But you know, it took everything out of me pretty much to keep that car as straight as I could.
Well, tell you what, a good performance by you in the 09 machine, of course. Like I said, you started 5th and you come away with a podium position. But Tanner, before we let you go, of course, a list of sponsors, a list of people that you need to be thanked first.
Yep, want to thank you for the broadcast, Scott, and everybody for putting this league on for us to run. Speedrun Setup Shop, we put in a lot of time for that. RTR Trucking, Shock Eye Racer Performance, ML Performance Shocks, and Bo Ledbetter, everybody else behind the scenes. And like I said, thank you for the broadcast.
All right, there we go. Tanner Tomasi, home in position number 3. And well, we're going to chat to tonight's Hard Charger Award. He drives car number 61. It is Carl Shackle. Carl, well, you asked if I knew how to pronounce your name. Yes, you don't forget a name, especially with a... take this politely, as a weird spelling of that. I can't tell you how many times I butchered that prior to you correcting me, but tonight, 23rd to 17th, you move up +6, albeit you go a lap down, but you still take out tonight's Hard Charge. Yeah, you got to feel good about that one.
Yeah, it felt good, but it just kind of sucks. No, car didn't really come in until the last 15 laps there. And I finally got around the 3 guys in front of me in 5 laps. It just took a minute.
Tonight, obviously, the track started off pretty slick. Of course, no warm up on the racetrack after the heats and after the consolation races. How much were you sort of paying attention to the racetrack? After that being mainly around, how many adjustments did you make, if any? And if so, what could you have done differently to maybe being a little bit better on the racetrack?
I could be perfectly honest with you. I probably should have been practicing the last week, but I haven't. I've been out of Pro Series racing for a long time, as you know. I think the last time me and you actually got to talk in the booth was back in Kings of Sling days, you know. But
let's go back a few.
But yeah, I should have been practicing, but a car felt good. It just seemed like it didn't want to go nowhere. And after that B main, it felt like it was starting to come in, and then it took forever for it to finally get the car to where it needed to be going. But overall, I think it was a good first night here running with Bluegrass.
No, well, not a bad way to start off your campaign with Bluegrass RSC Series, picking up tonight's Hard Charger Award. Of course, up 6 position from 23rd from dead last. I mean, you could only go forward. You couldn't go backwards. Carl, congratulations on the Hard Charger Award. Before we let you go, sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes this happen for you?
I'd like to thank Premark Layout Pro and Jaden Sheehan for all the help. It's been a rough year for me, but all good things come back at you. So hopefully I can do a little bit better next week and we'll be talking again.
No, well, look, well done on the job. Good job on the well done on the job tonight. Good luck on next week, and who knows, we might just be talking to you again next week as well. Well, I was moving him midway out, but I'm sure he would have said thank you for the broadcast. I can read all sorts of minds. Anyhow, that will do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, a big thank you to the Bluegrass Racing Series. Of course, big thanks to Majula C, Speed Shop, and O'Brien Industries for their continued support. A big thank you to everybody that's tuned in here tonight across the Facebook pages. And I say Facebook page because there are a number, of course, dirtfan.com, Bluegrass Racing Series, our Sim Racing Course, Ultimate Dirt TV, the World of Thunder Esports League, and of course on the YouTube channel for Ultimate Dirt TV and for Bluegrass Racing Series. Don't forget to check them out on the social media pages. Give them a like, give them a share, follow them, subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course, all free to subscribe. And we certainly hope you come back on Monday night for the Bluegrass Asphalt Series. Again, they run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They've got trucks, they've got cup cars, they've got Xfinity cars, and of course Thursday night is the Dirt Pro late models. Of course, Sunday night, World of Thunder Esports Actions returns with OSR Network. Joe White in the booth. We certainly hope you come back and show Joe White some love and support, as he does a fantastic job. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.